LPT request, waking up in the middle of the night and can't get back to sleep, what actually works? For me, I don't worry about getting back to sleep. I just assume I won't, since I'll try too hard and it means I won't sleep. Instead, I just tell myself I get to relax and feel good in bed for a bit. My goal becomes just enjoying the comfort of my bed and relaxing, and usually that mindset shift means I go back to sleep. I stare at the smoke alarm light on my ceiling. Then, once I see it blink, I count the seconds until it blinks again. Then I close my eyes and count in my head, trying to time opening my eyes just in time to catch it blink again. Hopefully, after a couple of rounds, I've tricked my brain into counting myself to sleep with my eyes closed. One thing that's helped me is just knowing that by laying down, even if I'm not sleeping, I am resting. It has helped me reduce the pressure of having to go to sleep. And the less I think about it, the more likely I am to fall asleep. Fix it now. You got it, boss. There's a judge on TV who says the cheap comes out expensive. It would have been cheaper just to hire the plumber in the first place. Now they have to worry about the wiring and the ceilings and the floors and all of that. They have to worry about mold. This is going to be an expensive fix if they do it right. Manglement comes through again. Till that Gates of the Arctic in Alaska is the northernmost national park in the US. It's 3 times the size of Yellowstone but sees fewer visitors in a year than Yellowstone gets in a single day. Yes, that'll probably be the case when you need to take a bush plane to get to its entrance. I've been there. It's probably less visited because we had to take a bush plane, then get driven in. Not exactly as easy as Yellowstone. So I'm not allowed to sleep when I want. Okay then. 24 to 6 is crazy. Our quiet hours started at 22. I would have woken them up every day at 6 too. Malicious compliance with a dash of petty revenge, nice. Wife wants verbal confirmation that I'm listening, you got it dear. Say aha one more time. I read that in Samuel L. Jackson's voice. Took 5 minutes for a Redditor to mention divorce, lol. Till that during WW2 many thought female soldiers in the US Army were prostitutes. The Women's Army Corps provided 150,000 telephone operators, mechanics, bakers, drivers, etc., but civilians and soldiers spread rumors that their purpose was to improve male troops' morale, damaging recruiting. This was not a US-only thing. Female soldiers and nurses encountered discrimination of this type in most countries after the war. There is also a lot of rape. Even to this shitty day. Better off not joining. Even senior enlisted women would rather sweep shit under the rug and harass victims for having problems. I know from experience after helping get someone around their shit awful command chain to some actual help. Is it just me, or have more planes crashed in North America the last couple months than the last couple decades? Prior to this month, the last fatal commercial domestic airline crash was in 2009. How many planes have crashed in the last couple months? Till in the weeks leading up to D-Day, due to the enormous stress he was under, General Dwight D. Eisenhower was smoking 6 packs of cigarettes, drinking 24 cups of coffee, and averaging 2 hours of sleep every day. He ran for president to have an easy, low-stress job to keep him busy in retirement. Somehow still lived until 78, where he died of congestive heart failure. Granted, I'm sure he wasn't smoking and drinking that much coffee during less stressful times, but still. He also wrote a statement claiming responsibility in case the whole operation failed. Show me a politician anywhere capable of that these days. Till D-Day was coordinated by a man with an Uber driver lifestyle, nice. Don't want me to touch your PS5? Well, alright. So, within days of you giving him a PS5 he's telling you don't touch my PS5. That kid need a serious attitude adjustment. Your cousin is an ungrateful kid. Petty satisfaction level 5. Cousin learned a life lesson there. Be careful what you wish for, you may get it. You will win $1 million if you can sit through a comedy show and not laugh or smile once. You can pick any comedian you want. Whose show are you going to? Nick Cannon, he has a stand-up. It's bad. I would pick someone that speaks a completely different language. Pretty sure I wouldn't find any of it funny if I don't understand it. James Corden will guarantee me 0 laughs. But I'm not sure 1 mil would cover my pain and sacrifice of having to endure him. That dude with the puppets that seems to constantly keep touring and getting specials. Till that Weird Al Yankovic is one of only 5 artists to chart on the Billboard Top 100 each of the previous 4 decades. The other 4 are U2, Madonna, Michael Jackson and Kenny G. Kenny G is more surprising to me. Cher has charted a number 1 hit in each of the last 7 decades. Yes, 7. LPT, flowers are a perfectly nice Valentine's gift. Lingerie is highly risky. If she has a cat, don't get her lilies. Just get snacks. Snacks are great. Or, if you're like us, after 30 plus years of marriage. In the local Tesco's this morning, picking up something for dinner. And pick a bunch of flowers, says he. Oh, well, get yourself a bottle of wine, say I. Who says romance is dead? I like when my husband buys lingerie, but he only buys it from a specific brand that I like, so he knows what size I am. Communication is always key. Till in 1964 Nikes were being made on a waffle press in a van, while Converse was producing almost 100% of all basketball shoes for the NBA and NCAA. By 2003, Converse was bankrupt and Nike purchased what remained of the company for $138 million. A lot can change in 39 years. And now Converse are made like shit. Converse getting bought by Nike was such a tragedy among my punk/indie friend group at the time. I remember hearing they were going to start putting the swoosh logo on the toe caps, LMAO. Till Thomas Jefferson wrote his own epitaph listing 3 accomplishments. Being 3rd president wasn't one of them. TBF, when you found a nation, leading that same nation doesn't quite hit the same. He was presuming folks would know that about him. So, he left it out as too obvious, even though he may well have considered it an accomplishment. It's like when you're in one of those meetings, and everyone's asked to say 3 things about themselves. You don't say, I have an enormous zit on my chin. We can all see that. Like and subscribe.